All right, welcome on in to Purpose in the Playlist podcast. Jim CHH Jimmy, and we're here with A3 today. Welcome on in, A3.
What's up, man? My boy Jim, all the way from Ohio. It's good,
Yeah,
man.
for sure, for sure. It's good. Yeah, just hanging out. We've been talking for a little bit before the podcast started.
hmm
I found A3 on Instagram Reels or something like a year or so ago, and have tapped in and have been listening to his stuff. And so today we just want to get to know you and your journey. And
hmm
so for those who may not have heard of you before,
Yeah,
who are you, and how has your faith shaped your journey into Christian hip hop?
I got you, man. Well, my name is A3. My name is also Aiden. I'm a dude from South Texas, specifically San Juan, Texas. All the way, we call it the Valley, where I'm from.
Okay.
That's where I'm from. That's who I am. I guess you said how my faith shaped into the music.
Yeah.
So I mean, just like anybody else, like I had pastors. My pastors growing up were my grandparents. So,
Okay.
I grew up in the church, and I grew up kind of like all music that wasn't Christian was super bad, right?
Mm.
So we couldn't hear anything secular, sort of say, and stuff like that. Not even on the radio and stuff like that. So gradually my older brother 350, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
350,
Yeah.
he I mean not so much now, but early on I was very influenced from what he was listening to at the time. So he was older than me, much older, and he would go search and find music. So I think gradually he was like listening to, like, obviously Lecrae. I think we were talking about it the other day. We were listening to, like, he was listening to like Show Baraka and stuff like that. But gradually, like, he just wanted to share stuff with me. So I think that was like the middle ground. Like, oh man, like, we love rap music, and there's
Hmm.
rap music about God. Like, that gotta be like so it's easy. So I think that's how the initial seed was planted, and to do like music. You know and man, I just loved music ever since I was young, man. I think music has always been something that I've always wanted to do. So,
Yeah.
bro, at a young age, bro, I think I started writing songs like when I was in like third grade, bro. Like, so just had a little notebook, just writing raps about God, about life, whatever. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, I was like, man, I needed an outlet. I think just from growing up, and I think that was a perfect outlet. So I think that's how my faith, intertwined with the music. So
Yeah. So was all your stuff always Christian? I know we've had some guys in here talk about they started secular,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then they cut it off, and then Yaki the Kid had a great story about how he started writing, and or he was listening to music, and his dad called him out of like, "Hey, you're
Mhm,
listening to this secular stuff, and it's not healthy for
mhm,
you."
mhm.
And he was like, "Well, there's nothing Christian that I really want to listen
Yeah, that's
to."
good. Yeah,
And
yeah,
his
yeah.
dad
I
his
feel
dad said, "Well, why don't you make it?" So he started making it.
Oh,
So
that's
that
fire.
was a cool story. So yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah, I
now
think
hip hop's come a long way. Christian hip hop's come a
absolutely.
long way, but we'll get into that
Absolutely.
later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, I think yeah, it's always been Christian. It's always
Okay.
been centered around Christ. I think it's always been centered around, like, my life,
Yeah.
and I think, like, God is undeniable, and he is always been there in my life for my steps to where I'm now. So, like, he's always gonna be in my story, So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, it's always been Christ centered. So for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't think I put together to just now that 350 is your older brother.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
awesome. That
yeah.
that kind of answers some of my questions that I had later on about like how you got connected with 350 and some of the other guys. But that
I got connected with him through the womb, my boy.
that's awesome. And
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get like later on. I'm gonna ask about inspirations and stuff, and I'm sure that is a huge part of it. But that's
hmm
really cool that you got a that's always been a part of your life,
Yeah.
and that the Christian that it was has always been Christian, and that talking about your life, and as a Christian, that's a part of your life. Andy Mineo just was talking about. I heard him talk about like he just rapping about what is going on in his life, not necessarily
Hmm.
about God, but because God is a part of his life, it
Yeah.
comes through the music.
Absolutely.
And I really like that, like,
Hmm.
oh, yeah, he's not necessarily just rapping about God, he's rapping about his life, and God's a part of his life. So that's really
Absolutely.
cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool perspective on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So uh who are some inspirations, obviously 350
Hmm.
to into your music and your sound. I saw on your Spotify it said that that your musical styles bear striking resemblances to Sonic's of Kanye West and the melodic approach of Jaden Smith.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it doesn't all have to be Christian hip hop.
Uh-huh.
Talk about that and like how those guys
Yeah.
have been inspirations in your music. Jaden Smith was one that I was like, oh, that stood
Yeah.
out. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people
Yeah.
say Kanye because
Yeah.
Kanye's
I
a
mean,
goat.
yeah, but low key, even Jaden Smith is just like no disrespect on Jaden Smith, but like
Yeah,
Jaden Smith is a student of like Travis Scott,
yeah,
and Travis Scott's a student of Ye, right?
yeah.
So it's all the same funnel. But bro, I think like going back to when I was younger, bro, like I think hearing my first like secular song was Big Sean's ASS song. I don't want to say it like
Yeah.
out loud,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but dude, that was like my first like secular song. So like, and that was into the Good Music. I don't know if you're familiar with Good Music. That was Kanye's label early on.
Mhm.
He had Pusha T signed to it. He had Big Sean. He had Two Chains. Many people that I'm forgetting, but bro, at a young age, I say Kanye has inspired me, bro, but it's specifically the body of work of like the album Yeezus. I even got it on. I got a bootleg version on Vine. I got a bootleg version on vinyl if I could find it real quick. But bro, like this is like forever will be my reference point. I don't know if you're familiar with this album. But that will be my forever reference point, bro, because I remember at a young age, I think I was maybe still in like no, not even middle school, elementary. I remember first hearing that, bro, and the Sonics like just um changed my world. It was like my world was black and white, and that album, the Sonics, the music, it brought color into my world, bro. Like it's super it just inspired me, bro, and I'll forever be my reference point. And I think it just coming from a small town, bro, like hearing music like that really just like open up my eyes and ears to be like, bro, this is in the world. Like this is what music is. Like this is what sound is. This is what color is. I don't know, so it just opened my eyes and my mind to just like the possibilities of what it is, and that's what really inspires my music, bro. Like coming from a small town, saying it again, like coming from a small town really pushed me and put that hunger in me to really just go search for crazy sounds, crazy sonics, lyrics, whatever it is, So I think, yeah, Kanye West being one of those, Yeezus being one of those. I think obviously Jaden Smith early on was some of his stuff, his melodic stuff. Who else? There's this band called The Neighborhood. They have like a very famous song called Sweater Weather. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. They have this one album. It's called the. I got it here too. I just saw. What's called Wiped Out, bro, and like even
Okay.
again, bro, like it's the Sonics, the mood that it gives you, like it just it's insane, bro. That Early Kanye. Let's see what else. Obviously, my brother. My
Yeah.
again, like he said, my brother. Um, yeah, and then that's all off top right now.
Yeah. Anyone else in
Um,
CHH? You said he
oh,
grew up
absolutely, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
listening to like Lecrae and
absolutely,
stuff.
yeah. I'm a big Andy fan.
Yeah.
Early on, I really gravitated towards KB a lot.
Yep.
Um, who's in? It was Lecrae, KB, Andy, Tadashi. Who else? Am I missing anybody?
Triple E.
Triply. Yeah, bro. I think as a kid, I just Derek Minor. I'm
Yep.
freaking forgetting Derek Minor. Oh my god.
Yep.
But I, as a kid, I just resonated with Andy. I guess because he was the youngest one out of them, so I was like, oh, like he's the young dude. I'm a young dude, whatever.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I think early on was those people. But now, bro, as I gotten older, man, I'm just really trying to tap into like my roots, like Texas people and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, we've had some crazy answers to that question of who's like two of the guys have said like oh, what's their name? I'm blanking. They sing Stress Out. Man. 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Oh,
was
that's
like
good.
I was
That's
like
great,
never expected to hear 21 Pilots be like an inspiration to hip hop, but just the
bro. I mean, that's
storytelling
what.
and stuff
Yeah,
was like a huge is what those two guys had said.
yeah.
But
I always say, man, like you gotta hear outside of your genre
yeah.
to impact what your genre is. So.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Uh yeah, so you've gotten to work with some pretty cool people, obviously
Mhm,
your brother,
mhm,
and Michael V and even Hovey on Peter Bands, and I saw
yeah,
there was a song with John Keith. Talk about getting to work with some of those guys.
bro. It's an honor, man. Honor, man.
Yeah.
Talking about my brother, bro. I think. As a youngin coming up in the CHH space, I really wanted to detach myself from him because I was like, I don't want people to be like, "Yo, you're only here because you're brother" and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
early on, bro, I really did that, and I think it might have, I think I did it a little too much to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm like neglecting like what we have, the chemistry that we have.
Yeah.
So, but bro, working, I again, bro, as I've gotten older and as I'm an adult now, bro, like what a blessing to be able to work with my brother, bro, and just be able to like write with each other, bounce ideas off, and just be in the room together, bro. Like that's a dream come true.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of people that get to do that and say that they write great songs with, people make music. There's brothers and siblings that make music, together all the time, but is it great? Does it reach this amount of streams, like like, so I'm very honored to have done that with my brother and achieve that. But talking about Michael, bro, Michael was one of the first people to ever put my brother on, which put me
Mhm.
on, bro. So I'm very honored to Michael. I love him so much, and he's opened so many doors for me. Not even just like, not even intentionally, but just like yo, this my little brother, like go crazy, So that opened the door to Hovey too, bro. I think you were talking about Peter Bands, and I don't like to talk about Peter Bands a lot because it's like it's a funny song or whatever. But
Yeah.
people every time people look up to Spotify, they say, "Oh, Peter Bands," and it's like, bro, man, we made that joint. I was like 15 when we made that, so it's like,
Yeah, I don't think
uh,
I'm a huge Hovey fan, and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, me too.
I don't think I'd necessarily even heard that one. Like
Mhm. Nah,
when I
it's
was looking up
early,
your stuff, I
early,
was like, oh, and like I
early
was on
holy, bro.
Hovey like from like Mad Today, so like
Nah,
before like when he just put that
yeah,
snippet out, and so I was like,
yeah,
how have I not
yeah,
heard this?
yeah,
But then I was like, oh,
yeah,
this has been a
yeah.
while, so
Yeah. Fun fact, bro. If you go on his first album, I think, what's it called? Christopher.
Christopher, yeah,
There's a song called, what's the song called? There's a song like maybe track 8 or something like that where I got writing credits on it.
oh wow,
Uh, yeah, I don't know the songs off rip. Are you pulling it up?
yeah, I'm
You
pulling him
pulling?
up,
Okay,
yeah,
pull like name the tracks for me if you can.
yeah, give me 1 second, uh.
Are you mad today? Mad today. That joint is cool, man.
Yeah, yeah. My friend sent that to me when like like I think Lecrae had like posted a snippet of it,
Yeah.
and we he sent it to me, and I was like, man, this guy's going
Hmm.
somewhere.
Hmm.
And I've been listening to him since. Um, can't tell it all. Back in
Yeah.
the Wick, Reasons, Ninth Grade, Cold Nights,
Cold Nights. There you go.
Cold
Cold Nights.
Nights.
Yeah. If you look at the credits, my name's on there.
That's
I
awesome.
did,
Yeah,
yeah, I did a couple right.
Cold Nights is one of the ones that stick out to me from that album.
Oh,
Actually,
for real, that's funny.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, bro, like even saying that, like, and
Ooh.
it's, bro, I'm in no place to flex, or whatever, bro. But I just say that stuff like because it's an honor and it's a blessing to be able to like be able to have done that stuff, and a lot of times I neglect those times, but bro, I had so much fun doing that, and even being at Reach at that time, and just being able to do that, be in those rooms. Like it's you're asking how it's been, bro, and it's like I grew up dreaming about this, so bro, it's a dream come true. John Keith again, bro. If we talking about people that going back to one of your other questions, man.
Yeah,
Like I was looking at the camera, I was like, bro, I forgot. This is like Frank Ocean. I don't know if you know Frank
yeah. I
Ocean.
know Frank
Like
Ocean.
Frank Ocean, Blonde is like one of my top five albums. Like I'm like when you were asking that question, I just blanked. But yeah,
You're
like going
good.
back, like Kanye, Jesus, Tyler the Creator, Igor, and Frank Ocean, Blonde have been like my top albums
Yeah.
that have inspired me. And but going along to that question, like John Keys, What Up RG, bro, like those are the people that really
Mm.
like on my teen years, like when I was a teen, like they really inspired me, bro. So, being able just to make music with them, bro, like I think I had the opportunity just to like get John on the record, and bro, he sent it back, and I was just like, man, I'm spoiled, bro. Like I'm spoiled, bro,
Yeah, he's
and
so good, and I've been watching his streams with no big deal. He's just
mhm.
so funny. Like the amount
Yeah,
of times I've
bro.
just been like sitting here like crying, laughing to
Yeah,
him
he's the
talk.
coolest, man. They're the coolest, man. So like it's like it's again, man, I'm a kid from a small town, so it's
Hmm.
like being able to work with these guys is just like it shows me how much like one, like not to limit like God, or like even limit yourself,
Hmm.
limit like what hard work and can do, and just because, bro, anybody can know anybody, right? Like
Yeah.
you like I could be what's it called, Kanye's cousin, right? But it's like if I'm, or talking about Baby Keem just dropped, right? And he's Kendrick's cousin, right? It's
Hmm.
like yes, there's a connection, but like if he wasn't good, he wouldn't be in that position.
Yeah.
You know, not if he was just Kendrick's cousin, like it would have been, people can see through that and hear like, oh, he's really not like that. He's just Kendrick's cousin. But no, because he has talent and a
The
coincidence he
connections. Yeah.
happens to be, so it's like so that shows me being able to work with these guys, like with hard work and just talent, bro, like is really come a long way, bro. And so I'm just, man, just to answer your question,
Yeah.
like I'm honored, bro. I'm just
Yeah.
honored.
That's great. Yeah, like talked about. I was just last night talking with a friend about basketball and like
Yeah.
defending. I'm a Cavs fan, so like
Fire.
LeBron has is one of my goats, and so
Yes, sir.
we started talking about. My friend was like, he's also a Cavs fan, and we were going back and forth about LeBron and Michael
Hmm.
Jordan. I was like, they're two different eras,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah, yeah.
and but then he started talking. We started talking about their kids, and he was like, Michael Jordan never got his kid on, and I was like, yeah, but like you look at Bronny's like. He's still like he's dropping 20 points in the G League right
Yeah,
now. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's got the talent. He just happens to also have the connection. Like
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
because
yeah.
like if he was just some random kid, like he probably would
Hmm.
you probably like, oh, he's a pretty good second round draft pick, dropping 20 in the G League and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
getting
yeah.
some minutes in.
But just because he has that name, it's
Yep.
like people place that on them,
Yeah.
like but it's not, bro. Like you have to have talent to go to the league. Like
Yeah.
you gotta be good. Even the G League, bro. Like you
Yeah.
gotta be good at being the G League, though. Like so it's like
Yeah.
tripping.
Yeah, and like you talked about separating yourself from your brother a little bit. Like I didn't even know that that was your brother.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's crazy. That you've been able to separate yourself um and let your music speak for itself. While also
Hmm.
there's no shame in like being proud of like your brother and I'm sure your brothers wanted to help you, and like it's not like you're only in the
Absolutely.
rooms because of your brother. You got the talent as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Thank you.
yeah, yeah, and like he can, and God's blessed you with the opportunity for that. He has connections to get you in those rooms. You know, I'm I'm a youth pastor, and my dad actually has the same name as me, and
Oh, fine.
he's a pastor in our denomination, and is like a part of the denominational like national staff. So like I kind of have a small like I have a similar situation where like I walk into a room and they're like, oh, that's Jim's son.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or like they see my name and like, oh, that's Jim's son.
Mhm,
And like I get to be in some rooms and like people know me because of who my dad is,
mhm.
and like but it's also not like it's not the only reason I'm in the room. I
Absolutely,
still needed to do
absolutely,
the work, and have been
absolutely.
the benefit of, you know, people know who I am and want to help me because they love my dad, and my dad has
Yeah,
helped them.
yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool. How what are you talking about, like uh those cool opportunities? Have you had any cool opportunities like at shows, or what are some of the coolest places you've gotten to be at
Mhm.
through your music so far?
Um, I think just being on the stage at Smoke,
Yep.
you know, that's been really cool. I think I'm not gonna say their name, but I got to be like in a session. It wasn't my session, so to
Yeah.
say, but like I got to be with one of the, I'll say like the top dogs of CH. Like I got to be in their home studio,
Okay.
and just be there, a fly on the wall. Like
Yeah.
I got to like what else? I've gotten to model like for other stuff. Like I
Okay.
think because of who I know, like I got to model for like the Hawks merch line, like just because of my music. Like the dude knew me,
Yeah.
so like I got to model for like the NBA Hawks. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got to do that stuff. Um, I don't know, man. It's just
Yeah.
that, man. Stuff like that. Shows is cool. I've got, man, just even like meeting people, bro. Like I think like meeting people and like seeing like the type of impact that like a song that I made in my room like could have on them like is pretty insane. Cause I'm like, bro, like I didn't do it. I didn't do it with the intention to impact somebody. I did it
Yeah.
with the intent just to write a song, just do some, so it's like it's cool to see that too, so I think
Yeah.
that's very honorable.
Yeah, yeah. We talked about some of the artists you got to meet. Have like talking about that? Like, have you had like some cool fan interactions where they've been able to like talk about like how your music has like changed their lives, or like changed
Yeah,
the way they
yeah,
walk with the Lord? That's awesome.
yeah, bro. Yeah, it's been yeah, I don't even know how to like talk about that like
Yeah.
with those people when they do, because I'm just like what, like like I didn't really like do it with that intent, but like I that's the cool thing about music, bro. Like there's gonna be somebody that like relates to your story in some
Yeah.
shape or form, so um it's really cool to do that, bro. So I think that's been the most like crazy thing, I would say, so like that
Yeah.
my music that I've made in my room is impacting people all around the world. Like
Yeah.
I look at my analytics, bro. It's like there's people hearing in Brazil, bro. There's people
Mm.
hearing in like foreign countries, bro, like Africa. Like there's people hearing my music. I'm just like, why would you want to hear my music, But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, but man, like what a blessing, So I think that's really cool. I think we and you could get lost in like looking online, but it's like, bro, like when you really look at it, like like the other day, one of my songs just hit 10,000 streams, right?
Congratulations.
And the thank you, man. And
Yeah.
the night before, it needed 30 more streams to get to 10,000, right? And I
Mm.
was like, oh, that'd be cool if I hit it tomorrow. And then when I woke up in the morning, it had hit it. But then I was thinking about it, bro. Like somebody heard it 30 times, or like some people heard it 30 times. So it's just like thinking about that and thinking about one person, you know, hearing it is crazy. Like even like I know I keep going on a tangent, but like
Oh, you're fine.
I started a like an email list, right? And I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 50 some, and I'm like, and to some people, that could be a little bit, bro, but if you like fill up your house or your room, a room with 50 people, like think about that. Like it would be
Yeah.
mad packed in there, so it's like it's cool to like see that stuff, so
Yeah, man.
I'm really learning to be like content, bro, and like really see what I have, because you could get lost in like the comparison and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was watching some Roman Atwood a couple weeks ago, and he was talking to his son, and they were at Daytona 500. He was like, look how many, like, look at those stands, like it fits like this many people. We have this many people watch some of your videos. Like, imagine like
Mm,
all those people sitting there watching you. Like, that's the
yeah.
reach you have. And I was
It's
like,
crazy.
oh, that is a cool way to think. And like they kind of, like, I was like, they kind of stepped back and like looked at them. And was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And talking
Yeah.
about how like your music has like reached fans. Like I had an opportunity or a thing happened this summer where like I helped with the Christian music festival in my town, and we
Cool.
had we had this band on oh, I'm blanking on their name right now, but I'll come up with it here soon. But
Mm,
they were going to be, oh, the Young Escape, and uh I had never really heard of them, so I started listening to them a lot, and I had a really bad like April or August, like where I was dealing with some
mhm.
mental stuff and just really
Yeah.
down in the dumps. And so like I got in my car and I was driving. I had a playlist that was just people at our festival.
Okay.
So Young Escape, Alyssa, she's a smaller like rock artist, and Social Club Misfits was gonna be there. And so
Oh,
I was
cool.
driving, listening to their music and just really down bad. And their songs were a lot about how God is with us even in the hard times. And
Mhm.
like I would just sing on top of my lungs and just their
Mhm.
music really helped me. And then a couple weeks
Yeah.
later, I got to meet them and tell them
Oh, fire.
that. I gotta tell them that, and I gotta like worship at their concert, and just like
That's cool.
I like almost like broke down like singing in front of them, just
Mhm.
like full out worshiping. And afterwards, they
Yeah.
came up to me and was like, "Thank you so much. We loved watching you worship with us." And I was like, "No, thank you. Don't understand how much your music has helped me. So thank you." And
Right.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, and there's just so many like people like that. Like NF has
Yeah.
impacted my life went in
Yeah.
those hard times, and just like
Absolutely.
so many music. And like I talked with young Drew about like how we need like so much different music. Like there's music to like as we're going through the hard times, there's music to pick us up out of those hard times, and just like or music just to vibe in the car and worship God while we're driving, whatever it might be.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's really cool that you've had those experiences with people like
Yeah.
listening in like Africa and stuff like that, and just
Yeah.
like God's used you to reach
Yeah.
people all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. It's pretty
So you got an
crazy.
album coming out.
Yes,
Let's talk.
sir.
Go ahead and talk about the album.
Yeah, man. It's called Daywalker.
Okay.
It's executive produced by my good friend Garnell Kilowatts. He's produced with has songs with Gavi, has songs with What Up RG. He produced Drip Lee with 1K Few. He produced so many stuff. Yeah, there's so many records I could name. But one of my good friends moving out here in Atlanta. Executive produced by him. But yeah, man, it's an album about really about my life, bro. About my life, understanding my identity and not only Christ but in myself, bro. Finding out who I really am when you pull back all the curtains and really dealing with stuff that has come back in my life, so um talking about the album, like I grew up in a, again, I'm saying it again, I grew up in a small town,
Yep.
very it was primarily Mexican Americans there. So I grew up with a lot of Mexican people, but I didn't really grow up in the sense of like I had that Mexican upbringing. I had parents that talked to me in English. And that was a real big thing that really not messed with me, but like really just had me thinking like if I look the way that I look, like why. why don't I talk about that, and there's a song where on the album, it's called Double C, and it talks about how I remember living on on this block, and I'd play with these kids that they spoke Spanish primarily, and I only spoke English. So
Mm.
we had a language barrier, but that we couldn't get over. But we would still play with each other. And then there's this moment where I had the nicest house on the block, and the block wasn't like, we weren't like rich or anything. It was just really like, just it wasn't the suburbs either. It was just like a block, but we had the nicest one out of all of them. And I remember these kids, they come from Mexico, bro. So it's like,
Yeah.
their house was strictly like just cement, bro. Like there wasn't paint, there wasn't like wallpaper, there wasn't nothing, bro. It was just cement. And I remember they wanted to come play at my house, and I remember I was like, no, like let's go play outside. But in the grand scheme of things, I think they just wanted to come to my house because it looked like that, and they just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be and stuff like that. So uh, I talk about that, bro. Like realizing that as an adult, like thinking like, wow, bro, like just there's so much, stuff that I didn't really experience, So I think there was a disconnect growing up with my culture, one like, my family and my hometown. I
Mm-hmm.
really grew resentment because I felt like I didn't belong, bro, because I didn't speak the way they spoke. I looked the way they looked, but there was just a difference, bro. So that was really a really big thing that impacted me. And moving out here to Atlanta from Texas, bro, like I really saw how that impacted me as an adult. And I'm really just talking about that on the album, just finding my identity and going through that. So that's really what the album's about, bro. It's called Daywalker because I don't know if you ever seen Blade.
No, but
Blade the no,
I've
one actually I was reading about it. It's the first ever Marvel movie was that to be ever produced, live
okay.
action Marvel. Yeah, it was like the first ever installment of Marvel Entertainment, and you should watch it. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm a
So
big Marvel
again,
guy, so I don't know how I haven't seen that.
nah, you gotta it's old, bro, but you gotta tap in, bro. Tap in. He was actually the first one to be in a live action, and he was black too. So it's like
Okay.
that's really cool. Like that, he was the
Yeah.
first black dude to be the face of, not the face, but like the debut of Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
So whatever. Like I'm a big Marvel fan, so I was like, bro, I gotta tap in, watch Blade again. Like you're like, man, I gotta watch this. That's how I was. I was like, no, I gotta watch it because I'm a big Blade fan. I'm
Yeah.
a big Marvel fan. So I watch it, bro, and dude, again, talking about how like Kanye West Yeezus Sonics inspired me, bro. The music in that movie is crazy, bro. Like the music is what really like brought me in.
Yeah.
But dude, the story and like the again like the Sonics and the vibe and the aesthetic, yes, that all brought me in. I was like, oh, this is so cool. But bro, the story, man. So just to give you a little breakdown of who he is. So his name is Blade, but they call him the Daywalker. And the reason why
Okay.
he's a Daywalker is because he could walk during the day. He's a vampire.
Okay.
Uh yeah, he's a vampire. He could walk during the day because his mom was bit by a vampire while he was still in the womb. So he's half human, half vampire. And get this, bro, he's not. They call him the Daywalker because one, he could walk during the day
Mm-hmm.
and sunlight, but also like he's not a full fledged vampire, and second, he's not a full human, so he's in this in between, bro.
Yeah.
So in the movie, bro, like yes, they're trying to get his blood and they're trying to like find a thing to be immoral and to walk during the day like the vampires. But what I got of the movie was that he was just trying to find his identity, bro. Like he didn't really belong with these two types of people, bro. Like he was just by his lonesome, and I think I really resonated with that just because like the story I told you, like I
Yeah.
really didn't resonate with the Mexican community, but I also didn't resonate with like I don't know, like primarily white people or black people. Like I
Mm-hmm.
just was just there, bro. Like I looked the way I looked, but I didn't speak the way they spoke. So it's like
Mm.
I was just so conflicted, and I felt alone, and I felt so I really gravitated towards the movie because of that, bro. Like I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I feel like him. I literally feel like him. So throughout the album, bro, um, it's like I call myself the Daywalker, like in the
Yeah.
album, like that's like my name, like that's my character in the album. So a lot of the album, there's like a girl saying like, "Who is A3? Like, where is A3? I'm looking for the Daywalker." Like like,
Mm.
and what I mean by that, I'm looking for the Daywalker is basically saying I'm looking for my identity.
Yeah.
So it's an album about identity. It's about album about finding myself. It's crazy, bro. It's some of the best and crazy sonics that I've ever
Yeah.
touched. And yeah, bro, and it's pretty insane, bro. I'm really excited about it. I'm happy about it, and I don't think I'm ever gonna make an album like this ever again. It's yeah, it's pretty special to me.
Yeah, and the Daywalkers is a cool like, that's how, like, as Christians, we're
Hmm.
in this world, but we're not supposed to be
Absolutely.
of this
Yes, sir.
world. And
Yep.
we're in the heavenly kingdom, but we're here
Hmm.
in the world, and but not of the world. And so that
Yeah,
can be a really
yeah,
cool analogy as well. And
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
I'm excited to hear the album. Do you have a release date yet? Or
Yeah, so I just dropped a single.
Yep,
Uh, February. I'm dropping a single in March, dropping a single in April, and then the album should be coming out late May.
late May. Okay, yeah, we'll be looking
Yeah.
forward to that. And listen to the singles as they come out. Where did you get the name A3? I know your name's Aiden, but
A3.
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, bro, I had many names growing up.
yep.
Like, so again, I've been a rapper and making music since I was youngin. So my first name was like AJT. Those are my like initials, and then I was like, there was this song by Andy Mineo. It's called Ex Nihilo.
Hmm.
That was one of my names too. And then I got bullied for that name. So I was like, man, I don't want. I remember when so I stopped music for a while because
Okay.
I got bullied. But then I was like, man, I'm gonna get back into music. But I'm like, man, I don't want anybody to make fun of me. So I gotta think about a name that people will not make fun of, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, man, I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. So I was like, man, like that's his name, Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna do my name. So my rap name was Aiden.
Yep.
But I took out the I because it's AIDEN. I took out the I and then I changed the E to a three because at the time, well, she's my wife now, but my girlfriend at the time, her favorite number was three. So I was like, oh, let me just do that. So it was AD3N. So it was Aiden. But dude, on my first release, like they like messed up my name really bad. And it was weird. And A3 was like the only thing that was like noticeable, or
Yeah.
like it was just very weird. And I remember one of my homeboys in high school, he was like, "Bro, your name's not Aiden, it's A3." And I was like, and I just ran with it. Like they would just call me A3, A3, and I was like, man, I'm gonna stick with this. And now coming up, I'm like, man, the three is also for my brother, like just to pay
Yeah.
homage to him, so because I wouldn't be where I am without him,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, speaking of messing up names, last March, I did a like bracket of like the top CHH artists that people could vote on,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I had, for some reason, I had in my head that your brother's name was 305, and so when I was
Hmm.
making the graphic, I put 305 on there, and he reached
Hmm.
out to me. He was like, "Yo, it's 350, not 305," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay." And I
Yeah.
felt so bad, but like, I was wondering if the three was for your brother. It's actually really cool because my
Hmm.
brother's favorite number is three.
Oh yeah, that's
And
fine.
his fiance wears a three around her neck. And that was his
That's cool.
baseball number, and so he's always
Oh,
just
cool,
kind of
cool, cool.
stuck with
Yeah,
it
that was
since
my
then.
that was my wife's number too. I think we got it tatted on us too. Like,
Okay,
uh,
cool.
yeah, yeah, we got a three right there. Like, I don't know
There
if you
you
can see
go.
it.
Yeah,
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 she got
yeah.
she got a she got a three. She had it first, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get it too, just to copy her.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's
yeah,
cool.
man.
Yeah, my brother played baseball, and he just was given the number three, and it turned out that the field that he played on, like Babe Ruth had played on that field,
Oh
and
wow.
Babe Ruth was number three.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and now his fiance is a huge Yankees fan, so she's like,
Oh, cool.
"Oh, three for Babe Ruth, and then
Yeah,
him."
yeah,
So, and he will like I got him one year. He had a chain, and I got him like a little pendant that was like a baseball three, and now she
yeah, yeah,
wears a base or she wears a three, and
yeah.
for that too. So that's cool that
Mm-hmm.
with your wife and then your brother, and I think
Yeah,
A
yeah,
three is like stands out. Like not that like Aiden with the three in there, that is something
Yeah,
different too.
yeah,
But
yeah.
A3 is like something easy to
Uh-huh.
remember.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Thank you,
I just won't. I'll try not to call you 3A like I did your brother back.
man.
Messed up your
Yeah,
brother's
yeah,
name.
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So speaking of my brother, the segment I kind of started a couple episodes ago, he was trying to find Christian artists that I've not heard of, and he's tapped into Christian music like a little bit. Like he knows
Yeah.
Lecrae and like the top guys, but he doesn't know anyone else.
Mhm.
And he was trying to find guys that I've never heard of before, and so and he was struggling for a while. I forget the one guy he sent me was like, I was like, dude, that guy's kind of big. Uh,
Mhm.
and so is there anyone that like up and coming that people might not know of that you can put them onto, and like just someone that you've been listening to that maybe people
Mhm.
don't maybe I haven't heard of or people haven't heard of,
Yeah.
make my brother's job a little bit harder.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's this dude named Tuvi. I don't know if you're familiar with
Dude,
Tuvi. He's out in Florida. He's a
okay,
Florida-based artist. Yeah, it's
yeah,
Tuvi. My one of my good friends, his name is Christian Aparicio.
okay,
So it's Christian and then Aparicio. So it's Aparicio, I believe
yep,
so. I've made songs with him, so you could go
okay,
on my page and look at
yeah,
him. And then there's this new kid. His name is Dason, Dason. He's a dude from Dallas. I really believe in him.
yeah,
He's just getting started.
yeah,
Who else? Who else have I been listening to?
yeah,
I've been listening to a lot. I mean, he's not up and coming, but Dela Cruz.
okay,
Like I
yep,
really like Dela
yep,
Cruz. My brother, Young Sauce. I don't know if you're familiar with Young Sauce. He goes by YXNG and then Sauce.
okay,
He's just getting started too, bro. He's
yeah.
nice.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah.
sauce, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are people I could think off rip, man. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I
I really
remembered
believe
who
in
my
those
brother
people.
sent me. He sent me Don Reddy. He was like, "Check this guy out.
John
He's really
Ray.
good." And I was like, "Yeah, he is really good. He also has like a few hundred monthly listen or a few hundred thousand monthly listeners." He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah,
man."
yeah. Yeah. Nah, yeah, yeah. Nah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people coming up, man. So
Yeah,
it's a good time to be in CHH.
yeah, yeah. I just had found it funny that was like he's like, "Yo, check out this new guy I just found, Don Reddy." And I was like,
It's new to
"Yeah."
him.
I was
New
like,
to him.
"Yeah, for sure." But
Yeah.
yeah. Anything else you want to promote, or where can people
Mm,
find you and stuff like that?
sure. Yeah. Yeah. You can find me at Where Is A3 on Instagram and on YouTube, on TikTok. I think it's Where Is A3 Music. Um, I just dropped a single called A111.
Yep,
All platforms. My artist name is A3. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you hear music.
yep.
And yeah, man, that's me. And you can go check it out. Let me know what y'all think.
Sounds good. Yeah. So I like to end these podcasts in a prayer. So let's pray together.
Let's do it.
All right. Dear God, I just thank you for today, and I thank you for Aiden and just the time he's taken to talk and let us me and the listeners learn more about his journey. And Lord, I just pray that you continue to bless him, that he's able to reach people for you, Lord, and reach people through his music, and that they can see you through his life. And as he's rapping, Lord, I just thank you for all you've done for him so far and will continue to do for him. I pray this in your name. Amen.
Man,
All
man.
right.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Sure, bro.
much.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.